But she's never gonna do that because she's never gonna say she was in love with me. She's never gonna say we was together. Bring her a drink champs.
Yeah, we would love that.
Hey, watch this. And let her lie to you.
Man, roll the clip.
In the early 2000s, Ashanti played a pivotal role in the creation of the Murder Inc. sound that was radio-friendly. She was first featured on Big Pun's song How We Roll, which was produced by Irv Gotti and released on February 7, 2001. She recorded the reference track for Jennifer Lopez's I'm Real Murder remix. She was featured on Ja Rule's Always on Time, which came out on November 2001. In December of 2001 is when Irv and Ashanti began to spend lots of time together after Irv had been separated from his wife, Deb. It's April 2nd, 2002, and Ashanti's debut self-titled album is released, with Irv Gotti co-producing and co-writing nearly all of the songs. The album produced numerous hits with Foolish, Happy, and Baby. It's October 13, 2002, and during an episode of MTV Diary, we see Irv give a very telling speech about Ashanti.
It's toastings to my princess.
Irv definitely, he had so much to do with everything that's been going on with me for the past year. And, you know, it was such a touching, sincere, I guess, loving gesture, you know, to do what he did.
What I want to say to her family is that you pass the baton to the Murder Inc. family. No worries for Shani Bonnie, because Gotti got her. She's good.
He just wanted to make, you know, my birthday really special, which was really nice.
It's January 2003, and Nelly and Ashanti meet at the Grammy Awards press conference where Nelly asked Ashanti for her autograph. It's January 3rd, 2003, and the feds raid Murder Inc. headquarters, alleging Irv Gotti and Chris Gotti had money laundered more than $1 million for Kenneth Supreme McGriff. It's October 2005, and Nelly is seen at Ashanti's birthday party, and Ashanti is seen at Nelly's birthday party the following month. Now at this time, Irv Gotti is seeing all of this while getting ready to fight for his life in federal court. It's November 16, 2005, and the Gotti brothers are standing trial on money laundering charges.
This is Susan Park with your MTV News for Direct Effect. Inc. Records bosses Irv Gotti, Lorenzo, and his brother Christopher were in a Brooklyn federal court on Wednesday to stand trial on money laundering charges for allegedly cleaning more than $1 million in drug money for convicted drug dealer Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Defense lawyers denied the charges and claimed Gotti and his brother only associated with McGriff to create an aura of street credibility for their label. Now the prosecution will attempt to prove Gotti and his brother received several cash-filled shopping bags from McGriff and later cleaned his drug profits through bogus film and music-related projects.
It's November 30th, 2005, and the Gotti brothers are acquitted of all money laundering charges.
Yeah. We did it! Yeah. I'm overjoyed. I can't say thank you enough to these two guys that I got my arms wrapped around. These guys are my attorneys for life. I'm never getting into any of the trouble, though. You could put your bottom dollar on. I'm never, no jaywalking, no nothing. And I was never in trouble in the first place. I would never have worked this hard, come from having $0 to having millions of dollars to jeopardize it and doing something stupid or illegal. It's not in my make. What's in my make is to be the most loyalist friend and to help my brothers out. Everything this case was about, the messages that it's in was one, if you're a criminal, you stay a criminal. And two, if you're from the hood and you come up and you do well, don't help out nobody from there. Leave them. And I have a problem with that because I love my people and I can't leave them behind. I gotta show them a better way.
I could get my life back. Not only did they take your life, but they took your livelihood because basically once the government took these charges on you, couldn't earn money. So for 3 years, you couldn't go get money like you're supposed to. Basically, to me, felt like they wanted to cripple you, so you couldn't protect your civil rights.
It's 2007, and Irv Gotti calls Ashanti disloyal during an interview with Angie Martinez.
Ashanti, as far as Ashanti, she's making an album. It's coming out soon. You know, she's.
How does your how does this affect business? How does
What, my show or what affects business?
How does because it's public, right? Ashanti, no?
Oh.
It's not public.
Wow. Yeah, all right. It's not. No, you know what? Listen. Let me say this. It was. If we're talking about the show that supposedly I said all of this, right?
Said what?
I never said nothing. It was asked. A question was posed to me on the show, like.
Ashanti gonna be on the show.
Ashanti ain't on the show. Ashanti ain't on the show. Ashanti made a collective decision when I was going through my trial that she felt this was hurting her. You know what I'm saying? And she felt Murder Inc. was hurting her or damaging her career, and she was growing and she moved on, which is all good. You understand? But if you don't see
It caused some sort of, I guess, separation.
I mean, if someone comes to you, Ange, after you put them on, right? And someone comes to you and says, hey, this is no good anymore. I've grown. It's hurting me. I'm out. I want to be out. What do you? And they try to, in essence, get off the label. What would you do? Like, I think I handled it pretty graciously. You know what I'm saying? And took it on the.
Are you disappointed?
Would you be?
I'm asking you.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. It's somebody who I've invested a lot of time, energy, effort, love, a lot of things.
Now, or is she stuck on your label and nothing? Is she going to be able to move on, or how does this work?
I mean, she has Universal and Murder Inc. working her project, or whatever, and she's making her own music. You know what I'm saying? And then now I'm like Leo with her. Instead of being like how Gotti was, I'm like Leo. I sit back, she plays me records, and she says, yo, this is what I want to do. I give her my opinion, but at the end of the day, it's what she wants to do.
It's March 25th, 2008, and Rick Ross releases the single Here I Am featuring Nelly. On Nelly's verse, he raps, here I am, here I go, why you looking for the others when you got the best? The previous was a test for you, now you're in the big league. A black Steinbrenner who wouldn't want to play for me. Your last man was a chump and you could tell him I said it. He was talking loud at first, but you can see that he did it. You can see I ain't sweating, hell I'll call him up myself and tell him how he can get it. It's June 10th, 2008, and Nelly and Ashanti released their collaboration Body on Me, featuring Akon, with Nelly and Ashanti getting real cozy in the music video, further adding to the rumors of them being a couple. At this time, Irv Gotti did know that they were a couple, but the general public could only speculate as Ashanti and Nelly continued to say that they were just friends. It's May 2009. And Irv Gotti does an interview with MTV News and says the relationship with Ashanti is over.
Relationship has run its course. It's like the chemistry of what's needed. It's like we're in two totally different places. You understand? And it's like you're talking to someone who took her and then shaped and molded it and put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And took for the world, and it blew up. You know, we're in the Guinness Book of World Records, highest selling debut from a female R&B artist, 503. So we did it, but it's like my views and philosophies and her views and philosophies is not meeting up. Like, I just personally believe, like, for her to be successful, it took the energy. So when you seen her, it was 30 around her, and she's the princess, nice and pretty, walking through, and the music was great, but it was the energy that was created. See what I'm saying? It wasn't just her, just standing there singing a song. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really speak or talk or anything like that. It's sad in a way, but in another way, it's like it's all good. See what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't think that she could win. She needs some guidance with that, but she's not thinking that or whatever. Really, I don't even know what she's thinking. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you what she's thinking. So that relationship has run its course, and honestly, I'm gonna just drop her.
It's 2012, and Charlie Baltimore spoke with Power 105's Cherry Martinez and explained she left Murder Inc. because there was a lot of personal issues and Irv had changed during her time at Murder Inc. She said her and Irv actually didn't speak for 4 years. Now I want you guys to remember this part because it comes up again later. In June 2013, Ashanti does an interview with Hot 97 and confirms her and Nelly broke up.
I mean, it's very obvious the song came from a very sincere place.
Right.
You know, a lot of people are asking, oh, what is that about? Who is that about? Is that something? You know, it came from a very sincere place. I think a lot of people have been in a situation where they've been betrayed, you know, or lied to or taken advantage of. You know what I mean? And
Nelly, you
know,
cheated, Fabs?
things happen. You know, people get hurt. People have resentment. People carry old things with them. You know, things just happen in real life.
It's December 2nd, 2013. Ashanti does an interview on Hot 97 and explains what really went wrong with Murder Inc.
Me and Irv, we are, there's no beef. There's definitely no beef. But Irv kind of paints a picture of what happened with me and Murder Inc. Very one-sided. Irv was hurt through a lot of the situation because there's a lot of things that happened and a lot of things that went on, so I kind of just stayed silent. But now I just feel like when I hear the interviews and he's going on about being disloyal, I gotta just, you know, make it duly noted that's not what it was. But I remember specifically him being like, you know, well, maybe you shouldn't come to the studio. You over there with Nelly, you dirty ENT, go record over there. You know what I mean? So for him to put out there like, oh, I'm just so disloyal and I didn't throw up the M's and I didn't hold it down, that's not what happened at all.
It's March 5th, 2014, and Ashanti does an interview with Angie Martinez talking about Irv Gotti's jealousy.
You know, and I just felt like it was very one-sided. You know, oh, you don't want to throw up the M's. What do you mean? When you're telling me, Ashanti, you can't come and record at the studio right now. What am I supposed to do? You know what he told me? Go over to Dirty Entertainment. Go to Dirty ENT. So what am I supposed to do?
Was he jealous?
I mean, I think
Because that sounds like a jealous comment. That sounds like salty. That sounds salty.
I mean, I think Irv's very emotional. You know what I mean? He's a Cancer. And I feel like he didn't always put business as a priority. That's what I feel. And again, like he just painted the perception very one-sided. And I just feel like now is when I got to be brave enough to speak up.
He loved him Ashanti though. I do remember
He had
that.
to, of course.
Even the beginning, like when you were first coming out, he was like, yeah, he was on the Ashanti
Campaign, baby. Yeah.
You were his pride and joy.
Oh my gosh. It was amazing though. You know,
And he got salty. I'm sorry, Irv. You know I love you, Irv. You know I love you. But that go to 30, what's the name of the label?
Dirty 30.
30. That was salty, Irv. That was salty.
It's March 19th, 2014, and Ashanti does an interview with Hip Hop DX and talks about reconciling with Ja Rule and Irv Gotti. She said Irv should have called her instead of going to all these publications and putting their business out there, and how they ran into each other in public and eventually resolved things. And her and Ja Rule spoke on the phone before he went to prison and wrote letters when he was locked up. It's March 2015, and Ashanti does an interview with Meredith Vieira saying she was betrayed by Nelly.
You aren't together anymore, and you said it basically came down to trust, and I think that is something that so many women deal with. How do you handle trust in relationships? Why do you think it's hard to trust somebody?
I think sometimes when people have their own insecurities, it allows them to act out of character. You know, I've been betrayed, and I feel like, again, you just have to grow. You have to grow up. You have to accept responsibilities for the things that you do. You know, I'm not a big fan of people being cowards. You know what I mean? So I think that it's just really important to know yourself and understand what you want and get it.
It's June 12, 2017, and Irv Gotti does an interview with Funkmaster Flex and talks about his previous beef with Nelly.
Now this is another thing, man, because why is Nelly so uptight like he has this thing with you,
Nelly's Nelly's my man.
No, but at the time, there was some crunch.
It was some crunch.
Why?
Because we was with the same chick.
No, but I mean, but you could be with the. Come on, just people been with the same chicks, and men usually keep it moving. Like you feel an extra energy, like he was taking his time out to like.
You know the one record he had with Rick Ross.
You would say
that was the record.
Like,
that was the record.
But why was he so emotional about it?
I mean,
did you and him ever talk about it?
He had put her in a video.
Okay, like, is that how you found out about it?
No, I found out about it because they was doing things in their public figure.
Oh, got it.
Okay, so but they was in a video. It was that country video. I think he put Ciara in it.
Mm-hmm.
But at first it was Ashanti in it. So
okay.
he had called me because, you know, she's my artist. And I was like, remove her from that fucking video, dog. You understand? Right.
I got it. Did you know what?
Which could have been like salty on my part.
At the time you was dating at the time, you and Ashanti?
Me and Ashanti never officially was together.
We hanging.
We was chilling.
Okay, so then this happened.
Never officially like, yo, that's my girl.
Now, was that from the perspective of your artist's brand that you removed him?
It could have been salty. I could have been salty. I could admit it now. I could have been like, yo, you got in the video? Nah, get that shit out of here. She Murder Inc., nigga.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Dirty ENT. It's Murder INC. Take that shit out of there.
Got you.
It was like...
But he did call out of respect and asked.
Me and Nelly is actually... I really like the guy.
Good now.
Oh, we're aces. He plays poker, I play poker. We kept bumping heads. And we just had a conversation. And we just talked. And I really like him. He's a good dude, yo. Like, I have nothing but great things to say about him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, at that point, you know, everyone, I'm in my feelings. He got in his feelings, maybe.
I didn't 100% know. And I would ask him, I said, yo, why is he crunchy? And then I would just ask, like, you know,
I don't think he was really
lovers,
crunchy.
Music lovers.
It was just, it's just one of those things, you know what I'm saying?
It's November 8th, 2017, and Irv Gotti is on Drink Champs briefly mentioning what he and Ashanti had was special.
And I don't like talking down, and even though I'm not talking down and speaking the truth, because Ashanti never talks about it, so I don't like talking about it. But what I will say, the thing is what me and her had, it was nothing that I've ever experienced before because I was getting money with her.
It's November 29, 2017. Ashanti appears on Complex and said she doesn't get along with Irv.
How can you be cool with John, not Irv?
I'm cool with every single human being on Murder Inc. What do you mean?
Just said the word human. That means you're
I'm cool with everybody. Me, BJ, Chris,
everybody's cool
Nichols.
with BJ. Everybody's cool with Chris.
Except everybody. Everybody.
Irv.
I love Irv's parents. I was just talking to his mom the other day.
What about Irv?
No, me and Irv don't get along right. We don't.
It's October 24th, 2019, and Irv and ex-wife Deb discuss the Ashanti situation on Growing Up Hip Hop.
Moving forward, I don't want to think about the past. I mean, the world, everyone knows I really, Ashanti. We haven't spoken, I don't know how long. You know, with Ashanti, it is a delicate situation. She is a big part of Murder Inc. The fans want that. Everybody wants that. It's weird. Just how I have my version of what has happened with me and Ashanti, she has her version.
And I have my version. We were still married, but we were separated when they were dating. I was used to it from the beginning, like him going and traveling. I just wasn't used to the women. That was like new, like, where did these hoes come from?
I have a version, no, just man.
JJ, you have a version? No, JJ was
young. I was old enough.
JJ was like months.
Yo, you kicked me out.
I was old enough, I remember.
So I was in middle school and all of this like cheating and scandal and like all this stuff happened with my parents. I was young in the sense of like I didn't really know how to comfort my mom.
It's November 2019, and Irv appears on the Wendy Williams show and says Ashanti isn't a home wrecker.
When me and Deb separated, she caught me cheating.
Ashanti?
No.
Okay, somebody else.
This is why I'm here.
Okay.
Ashanti is not a home wrecker, guys. Ashanti had nothing to do with me and Deb. Deb caught me.
She did.
Listen, and I'm gonna explain, and I'm a truthful guy. Deb caught me when I was directing I Cry in Baltimore. Deb, being the vicious person she is, she came down unannounced, and she was like, I'm Mrs. Lorenzo, give me the room key.
Okay, now.
The door was latched, but she knows I'm in there.
Okay.
That's what broke me and Deba.
And who were you in there with?
I'm not saying a name.
Oh, random.
But here, just so you know the timeline, I Cry music video, Ashanti's not even in the picture.
It's November 29, 2019, and Irv Gotti is back on Drink Champs saying him and Ashanti were in love.
She'll get on here and she'll get on here and she'll probably she'll get on here and if you had her on Drink Champs or whatever, she'll probably be like, I never fuck with Gotti. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, but I'm gonna give it to you real. Like me and her, dare I say, was in love. What would you call a situation where?
But was it complicated because of the CEO
it was,
thing?
Absolutely, it was complicated. What the fuck you talking about? Fucking super complicated. Nigga, I was still married.
Oh, wow.
To JJ's mom, legally. But wait a minute.
Okay.
I've been kicked out. Ashanti was not the demise of me and Deb.
Because a while, like it seemed like you was balancing it great with the.
There was no
being
balance.
The CEO.
No.
I'm talking about with Ashanti, like being the CEO and being her
lover.
Yeah, I mean, you balanced it.
Her lover. Yeah, but listen, it was real. What we had was real.
Right.
It was real.
It's December of 2019. Chris Gotti did an interview with Doggy Diamonds where he revealed Ashanti caught Irv cheating multiple times, and he compared Irv and Ashanti to Ike and Tina Turner. It's December 2020. Chris Gotti does an interview with Hip Hop News Uncensored and confirms Irv and Ashanti were in a relationship, and Ashanti owes her career to Irv. She became who she is because of Irv. It's September 14, 2021. Ashanti and Nelly are both attending the Ja Rule Fat Joe Versus, and at one point Nelly walks across the stage to ask for a hug from his old flame Ashanti. This is the first time they speak in about 6.5 years, and is the moment that is responsible for eventually getting them back together. It's November 16, 2021. Ashanti says she wants to re-record her albums. Angie Martinez posts a clip of their interview on Instagram, and Irv Gotti fires back in the comments saying, Angie Martinez, just for super clarity, I own all those great Ashanti albums, Angie. I own the masters, and I produced all those great Ashanti albums, so I also own a good portion of the publishing. What she is trying to do is re-record all those great records and put them out on her label. She can do this under the cover laws, but she is basically trying to fuck me out of my masters and make people decide which album to listen to or stream, hoping her loyal fans will choose her version. But hey, I stand on the magic that was created, and I want to see her duplicate that magic. It's fucked up really, but such is life. Irv also mentioned Ashanti's second album, which he says he hopes sounds as good as the original when she records that as well. It's April 7, 2022, and Ashanti receives her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame with Ja Rule in attendance but no Irv Gotti present. Ashanti expressed gratitude and crying despite not being an overly emotional person. She said she was humbled and overjoyed to have friends, family, and genuine people present at the ceremony. It's August 6, 2022. Irv Gotti and Ja Rule appear on Drink Champs and the internet goes crazy. This is where Irv talks the most about Ashanti in the public eye that we have seen. You just have to watch the whole episode because he says so much, from having sex with Ashanti to her wanting to re-record her songs that he helped make. The backlash from this interview was on another level. The more he drank and smoked, the worse it got. It's August 11, 2022. Ja Rule is forced to speak about Drink Champs and says despite his love for both Ashanti and Irv, he doesn't condone the way Irv handled the situation and how this whole thing has been uncomfortable for him and he wants no parts of it. It's August 22nd, 2022, and Ashanti appears to respond to Irv's Drink Champs interview by posting on social media a video of her walking with her song Falling For You playing in the background. The lyrics say, I bet you think I'd never find another. Think I'd lay around crying about you. I bet you think I would sit around while you run around trying to find you. I bet you wish you had that chance to play with my heart again. Can I keep it real with you? With the post, Ashanti included the caption, sometimes you gotta leave the trash behind. It's August 23rd, 2022, and BET releases the Murder Inc. story Part 3, where Irv talks about grabbing Ashanti's ass.
I'm separated from Deb. I'm on my own. And Ashanti's coming to the studio every day, and our friendship and bond is naturally grown. And she used to wear these juicy sweats, and her ass was looking fat. Her ass was looking great. So one day, I was like, yo, I'll take you home. She said, bet, cool. I walk her to her front door of her crib. She turns to say goodbye. And I just kiss her and grab her ass. And just, mwah. It was like, nigga, what took you so long?
It's August 28th, 2022, and Irv responds to backlash from Drink Champs and the Murder Inc. story.
But, you know, they paid me to do a documentary. What do you want me to do? They paying me to tell about my life and my life story. That's all I did was say what transpired in my life, what transpired at Murder Inc., which is what everybody wanted to I felt would want to hear the truth. I could be political and, you know, no comment or, you know what I'm saying, and not tell the truth. But then that, to me, that's corny. I'm not ashamed of no part of my life. Nothing that I did. When the feds came after me because I was, you know, best friends with what they felt was a drug dealer. I love Preem. I still love him to this day. I like who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'll bear my truths because I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of nothing that I did. If you ask me, I'm a great nigga. I'm a great friend. I'm loyal. I'm a family man, and I love hard.
Everyone's like, why he keep talking about Ashanti? So let the people know why you keep talking about Ashanti.
Because that's why. You asking me.
That's a very...
Did I bring Ashanti up? Or did
No.
you just ask me, why you keep talking about Ashanti? You did it.
I did it right now, but in the song.
So here's what I'm going to say. I wish Ashanti nothing but the best. I have nothing, this thing, I'm not hooked on Ashanti. I can't get over her. That's none of that.
Just telling your story.
I got paid to do a documentary on my life and on Murder Inc. If I didn't talk about Ashanti, you'd have been like, what type of bullshit is this that he didn't speak about? She's too important to Murder Inc. and his life. They tried to Me Too me.
I didn't try to Me Too you.
I read the comments.
What the comments?
You know what they said. Stop it, Shade Room. Stop it, Shade Room. Y'all the shadiest motherfuckers.
It's October 5th, 2022. Ashanti appears on Angie Martinez's podcast and goes off on Irv. If you guys haven't seen this interview, she lays it all on the table, calling him a liar and manipulator, saying he's not a tough gangster, he needs help, he ruined her deal with Dr. Dre, he sent death threats to Nelly, pressured her into a relationship, he told her he made her fuckable. She just finally tells her side. It's October 14, 2022. Ashanti appears on Diddy's song Gotta Move On remix where she sings, I'm done, move on, I'm finished with it. She can have your little dick. It's giving obsessed, it's giving you stress, it's giving you press, it's giving this, missing the best. But it's been 20 years, please cry less. We can see you in your tears. It's October 25th, 2022, and Ashanti does an interview with Ebro and Rosenberg and says she will never be cool with Irv again.
Will there be a convo with Irv? Has he reached out to be like, you know what, I was wrong, or I
have no idea.
No idea.
Nah, that ship has sailed.
So you're not even open to dialogue to try to, because you don't trust that it'll be genuine, I guess.
Let me see. If ever someone wants to apologize or feels like they want to apologize or that they should, I'm open to receiving. You know what I mean? As far as anything after that,
right. It'll never be just chill.
Right.
Like us hanging and being cool. That's
not on my part.
It's August 19th, 2023, and Irv Gotti returns to Drink Champs to address Ashanti and Nelly.
Nori, you've been around me a little bit, not like that.
Right, I know.
Have you ever heard me talk about this girl?
No, absolutely. Absolutely not. Oh.
I don't, she's done.
All right.
She's fucking done. With me.
Yes.
No one's sitting around thinking, and y'all be like, oh, but she still looks great. You ain't want her when you seen that last picture. I'm not. The fuck are you talking about Ashanti? So when you say that,
no, I said it
because you're my man,
and
you're like, oh, you still look like you got feelings. That's that bread.
Right, that's that bread, that 100 milli. Have you seen Nelly since you had the 100 milli?
Me and Nelly
Okay.
Since you had the 100 million.
I don't know, because you know, you different swag. I ain't got 100 million. Like, yeah.
Listen, me and Nelly seen each other. We laughed, we talked. If you ask me about Nelly, I would consider Nelly my friend.
Right.
Dope.
I have no problems with Nelly. I wish him all the best.
In October of 2023, Charlie Baltimore appeared on Vlad TV and spoke about Irv Gotti and Ashanti's affair, interfering with business, saying he was coming on the road with them and popping out of the suitcase. It's June 18, 2024. Ashanti does an interview with E.T. talking about being pregnant with Nelly's child and how she's now engaged to Nelly. We later find out that they had actually been married already. The thing with this beef is there's so much more to it that the public doesn't get to know, and there are little nuances I didn't cover as well for the sake of not drawing out the video. In the end, Irv seems to be focused on working on new projects, and Nelly and Ashanti are also enjoying their life together. Some fans are still holding out for a Murder Inc. reunion in the future, although that may never come. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Put your thoughts down in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe and stay connected with Panda Chop Chronicles. Peace!